Kevin had never gotten over Sarah. She had dumped him after 3 years of what he thought was a perfect relationship. Filled with hatred and anger, Kevin promised to make her regret forever letting him go. After weeks of following her, he came across a small, dusty, and strange chemist's store in a back street of the town. The mysterious shopkeeper brought him a potion named the Elixir of Transformation, which promises will turn him in a woman for 48 days. The idea was simple: prowl around Sarah's life as a woman, make her accept him again, and dump him like how she had done it to him. Kevin just grinned at the prospect of Sarah's surprise when she would discover the woman interested in her was him. What could go wrong? He drank the potion without any second thought. In a blink of an eye, his body felt this sensation, and his face was changing. His shoulders became narrow, his tall stature became shorter, and instead of a man standing in front of the mirror, there was a woman with silky skin, curves, and beautiful face. He stood in front of the mirror, staring at the new image of himself. For a moment, he almost forgot why he had done it, but the plan was clear. He had a mission. The next day, Kara, which used to be Kevin, went to the coffee shop where he had visited many weekends ago to meet Sarah. She was right there waiting, sitting at the place they always took, looking down at her phone. Kevin's heart raced, but he caught his breath. He had the perfect plan. He walked up to her and tapped her on the shoulder. "Sarah, long time no see." Then Sarah's head jerked up and her eyes opened wide. Light of recognition shone in them and then was replaced by bewilderment. Can I help you?" "It's me, Kevin," Kevin said nervously. "I mean, Kara." "Kevin?" she said with disbelief, rolling her eyes at him. "It is not serious. Is this some kind of prank?" I had some work done," he said in a low tone, struggling to maintain his calm. "It's a whole thing." Sarah just looked at him, skepticism written all over her face. But she was polite, so she offered a seat. They spent the next few minutes making small talk, and Kevin couldn't help but stare at the world and realize how things have changed. They stared at him in a manner that he had never been stared at before. He was surprised with gentle treatment, and her friends, who Kevin once thought were unbearable, became friendly. But the biggest surprise was yet to come, and it came when Sarah started to speak. She described how tired she had been, how she was treated at the workplace as a woman, how she was supposed to be happy with a job she did not like while she was also depressed. Kevin realized that he was listening and was actually comprehending her problems for the first time. "I guess sometimes I blend in. That is why I can't stand being in a crowd," Sarah said, as she stirred her cup of coffee. "Or like people just want to dominate me, you know?" Kara, sat there, stunned. He'd never understood before how difficult it was to be a woman in the world. For the first time, he felt guilty. How many times had he ignored Sarah's complaints during their togetherness, concluding that she was an over-emotional woman? How many times had he expected her to just be happy and perfect? The day went by just like that, but by the time Kevin was back in the apothecary to neutralize the potion, he no longer wanted to. The bitterness was gone. He had empathy and confusion, and a lot of growth. "I should have never treated you the way I did." He looked at the mirror, then drank the antidote. "You deserved more." As he returned to normal, however, the burden of his transition remained. When he saw Sarah again a few days later, they talked, really talked. No more games. Kevin learnt that revenge was not as sweet as one would wish to have, and it was not Sarah who had done the wrong to him. It was his own childishness. And though he couldn't change the past, he had learned one powerful lesson. The capacity to transform is empathy. Sarah smiled at him, a small but significant smile, and Kevin thought that they are now on the same level. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe.